All right, I just wanted to spend a few minutes on this video to talk a little bit about statics this summer 2018 statics. My name is Dr. Mike Reynolds, and I'm with the University of West Florida. And so first I want to show you, this is e-learning. This is the main page for the course. And I'm going to show you some places where I think you'll want to take a look at. First off, probably the biggest and most important place that you're going to go to is course materials content. So if you go to course materials content, you're going to see all sorts of stuff here. A link to the course video here, the syllabus, of course, which I'll go over, the lecture videos, the notes, and homework. Okay, there's no homework at the time I made this video, but there'll be homework placed in there for you to do, and some of the rules. Okay, so first let me talk about the syllabus. So bring it up here. Of course, you should read through this on your own carefully. This is Statics Summer 2018. I'm Dr. Michael Reynolds. I'm in Building 4 of Room 327 in Pensacola. And my office phone is there. My cell phone's there. You can even text me if you want to. But I would prefer that you use email to contact me with questions. That would be the best. Okay? As far as office hours, I do not have any office hours, but I certainly will make time for you. If you want to email me and make an appointment, that's fine. But I do have some tutors that are going to be available Monday and Tuesday from 12 to 4 to help you. So that'll be great. They can help you with homework and help give you some pointers. They'll be located in Pensacola, but they'll also work with you online through our discussion board, which I'll talk about in a moment. Okay, so what is statics? Okay, statics is basically the study of forces, particularly on bodies that are at rest. Okay, so we're going to give you the tools to analyze things like bridges and machines and all sorts of like frames, like the frame of a house. Okay, you'll see systems differently when you take statics because you'll see how things are held up and the forces that take to keep things held up. We're going to emphasize engineering problem solving, and we're going to be really getting into a lot of the fundamentals here, okay? And so you'll need to learn about vectors, okay? That'll be very important, and we'll be applying vectors and vector math to solve all sorts of interesting engineering problems, okay? It's one of the early courses in engineering, certainly required for mechanical engineering students, and it's very, very important. Okay, so it's very important that you put your time into this. It'll help you. It's a prerequisite to many classes, and if you don't learn it in statics, you'll really struggle in future courses. Talk about the textbook real quick here. The textbook is Engineering Mechanics Statics by Hibbeler. This is the 14th edition, but if you want to get an earlier edition than the 14th edition, you can find those online, usually pretty cheap. So I would encourage you to do that. You don't really have to get the book, but I would think being an online course, that would make it even more that you should get the book so that you have another resource to go to, okay? So I would highly recommend that you get the book, all right? Okay, so we'll talk about homework. Now you're going to have a weekly homework that's going to be due on Wednesday evenings. The first homework will be due Wednesday of week 2, okay? Your homework must be scanned and turned in the Dropbox, okay? That's how we do homework. You scan it, so you write it out on paper, and then you scan it and turn it in the Dropbox. So let me show you where the Dropbox is. You go to Assessments, Dropbox, and there'll be a spot for every homework. Right now there's a spot there for homework 1, okay? So you'll turn that in there. And so let me talk a little bit, go here about the homework rules. So there's a sheet here, homework rules. You want to click on it. Okay, the number one most important rule is to be neat. Okay, it's very important that you're neat with your homework. Now, what I like to do when I'm solving problems and I'm working things out, I don't really think about being neat. I might be messy, and so that's okay. Be messy when working it out, but then rewrite it. Rewrite it. Just make it clean, make it better. Okay, use a straight edge for lines. Clearly show the answer. Notice how this is double underlined, or sometimes we box the answer. Okay, clearly show the answer. Okay, you don't have to use engineering paper. This example here uses engineering paper. You don't have to do that, but read the rules below. Okay, notice you put the date, you put the course number, you put the homework number, you put your name, okay, and then which page you're on. Okay, here's one really key important thing. No more than one problem per sheet. Don't start a second problem on the same page. Go to the next page. Okay? Don't put anything on the back because you're going to scan it, so you don't want to do that. Just do one side. Okay? Try to make sure you've got some little sketch of the problem statement so we understand that and what's required and your work. Okay? And so we will be not only grading you on the number that you get on the solution, but we'll also be grading you somewhat on the neatness. Okay? It does have to be neat, and you will lose points if it's not neat. We're not going to be super picky, but we definitely expect you to present something that you could hand to a colleague or hand to a boss and look at and keep in a folder, and it wouldn't be a total mess. Okay? I can't emphasize enough, use a straight edge. That really helps a lot. Okay? And take a look at all this. Okay? So that's the homework rules. And again, homework will be placed here. When we have homework, we'll put it in here into the homework section. There's nothing in here at the time I made this video. Okay? So then how do you go about this course? Here's how you go about this course. All right, so we're in week 1. I want you to scroll down here, and this is our schedule. This is the 3rd page of the syllabus. Notice we're in week 1, vectors. So week 1, you watch videos 1 and 2. So you say, okay, where are videos 1 and 2? Go to table of contents, lecture videos. Now notice I've got lecture 1A and lecture 1B, 2A and 2B. Some of the videos are longer, so I broke them up into A and B. So for week 1, you should watch lecture 1A, 1B, 2A, and 2B. Okay? Now, when you watch them, you'll notice that I have some notes that I refer to. Here they are. So for instance, lecture 1, you can pull up all the notes. Now, I haven't filled all in the information, but when you watch the videos, you can fill in the information here, and you can see how I solve problems. Okay? So I'd suggest that you watch the video with a printed copy of this, and then you can kind of fill it in as you go. Okay? So that's the lecture notes. So you can print them out and then fill them in as you watch the videos. That's probably the best way to do it, but you don't have to do that. But I recommend that you consider that. But that's how you do that. And so you'll see all the notes there and all the videos there. And like I said, for week 1, you should watch lecture 1 and 2. And then what you should do is you should, by the way, that's covering in the chapter 2 in the Hibbler text. And then you should do homework 1. And homework 1 will be due week 2. Homework 2 will be due week 3. Homework 3 will be due week 4, and so on. Okay? And so you just kind of follow along watching the videos and working through things as we go. Okay? So that's pretty much it. Now, homework. Homework, again, is 25% of your grade, so it's very important. But honestly, in statics, it's pretty much the most important thing. Okay? Your success in this course will be defined by your homework. If you dedicate yourself to the homework, you work hard on it, and you know how to solve it by yourself, you'll do fine on the midterm and the final. But if you get the answers from somebody else, if you don't really know how to do any of the work, the midterm and the final are going to be very difficult. So you've got to dedicate yourself to the homework. It's very, very important. Okay. Now we have a midterm, June 25th through 27th, and we have a final, August 7th through 9th. Okay. I have not set the exact dates for the midterm and final, but it'll be somewhere in that range. What I'm going to do is I'm going to email out to all the students, and I'm going to try to come up with a date where we can offer the final in class in Pensacola and Fort Walton Beach. Now, I understand not everybody can take it in class, but I'm hoping most students will be able to take the final in class. And so if that's you, come to Pensacola, Fort Walton Beach, where you can take the midterm and the final in class. If you can't do that, that's fine. Then what I want you to do is email me. We'll work on finding you an alternate location to take the midterm and final. And what we'll do is that you'll have to work with a proctor, and I can send the test to a proctor. Okay? Now, the best way to find a proctor is to look at your local college or university and see if they'll do a proctored exam for you. Okay? And so work with me if you need to take the exam off campus. But if you can take the exam in Pensacola or Fort Walton Beach, please do that because it's easier for everybody. Okay? All right. So that talks about the exams. Your grade's pretty much homework, midterm, final. That's pretty much it. Okay? And again, that's the semester schedule. Just start today by watching videos 1 and 2 and going through that. and then you can start looking at the homework, which will be posted very soon. Okay. Other things I should mention here, we do have a discussion board. Feel free to use it to talk about homework. No problem at all. In fact, I'll ask the tutors and the graders to look at the discussion board as well. Okay. By the way, again, the tutoring that we'll have will be in Pensacola. So if you can come into that, that would be great. And we'll try to set something up. If you're near Fort Walton Beach, I think we could set something up for you as well. I heard that we could, so we're going to work on that. I don't think there's much else in here that you need to know. Again, the key thing is course materials content. You'll find the syllabus, you find all the lecture videos, you got the notes, everything. And let me just say one thing really quick. I understand that these lecture videos are a few years old, okay? I get it, all right? These lecture videos were actually recorded at another university, okay? About 4 years ago, okay? So I get it, but there's nothing wrong with the videos, okay? But I do recognize some of you might be surprised. Occasionally in a video, I might mention something to do with my previous university. Who cares, okay? It doesn't matter. The videos are still good. They're quality. I spent many years working on these to make these good. But they are a little bit old, and they are from a different university, but it's pretty much all the same, okay? So you shouldn't have any problem with it, but you may notice that a couple of times in the videos where I might say something about my previous university, okay? So no big deal, right? It's all there, and it's all good, and you've got everything there. Like I said, get the textbook. It'll help you, but you don't have to get the current version. Get an earlier version. That's fine. Make sure you know the homework rules. Make sure you check for the homework and keep track of the due dates of everything. And you'll do fine. And make sure you ask questions if you need it. All right? Now let me know if you have any more questions, and let's have a great summer.